Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is InsideAgameR. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Again here today with the CRJ. Apparently that's what you guys wanted to see. It was either this or the Zebo, and apparently you wanted to see this, which is all good with me. Thought I'd give you all a bit of a choice for this evening. And as you can see, we're in a lovely new livery for Simply Connect. This is Highland Connect. So for a lot of you that won't know or already do know, we do have a virtual airlines on the channel, Simply Connect Airlines. I'm hoping to make some changes over the next 4 to 8 weeks, okay, and those changes are different fleets, okay, so we're not just going to be the same Simply Connect everywhere. Each area is going to have their own different livery, each area is going to have their own little kind of twist, and we're going to slowly drip feed them along. The first one that will come into play is Highland Connect, okay, so this will be the very first branch of Simply Connect Airlines. So the normal livery will stay with the normal Simply Connect for Europe. The Island Connect that we started with, I've kind of got rid of. Well, it's not got rid of yet, but we'll get rid of that and we'll just rebrand it as Highland Connect, and we'll add a few more routes to it. And that's basically going to be a kind of Scottish regional jet airliner. So it's going to still have quite small jets. The A309 will be there. This will be there. The E145 will be there. The Twin Otter, the Caravan. They will all have a special repaint for this, okay, between both simulators that need them. As we kind of go forward as well with the VA, what I will do is not every fleet will have every aircraft. So if there's a certain aircraft you want to fly, it may be in another fleet elsewhere, so you'll have to go fly that fleet. I'm not going to be doing liveries for every single plane for every single airline, if you know what I mean. So there are things that we're going to be working on. Me and Andy are working on in the background that hopefully will add a few more changes. But hello to everyone in the chat. It's a very quiet chat, wow. Hello Stephen Mansell, Stephen Bradley, Will James, Glenn Bixley, Richard and Ryan. Hello, hello, hello. So there we go, this is Highland Connect. Okay, so this is the CRJ. This is the smaller variant, the 550. And we're going to go try and do another cold and dark with this one. I'm just bringing up some other bits and pieces that I don't have ready yet. Where's my pushback helper? There it is. Hope there will be a Toon Fleet. Championship games, where are they played? France League 1. Scott Bremer, hello mate, welcome, welcome. So this livery will not be available to you guys just yet. It's not a final design. Thanks to Iron Beast Customs. He did this in the early hours of his morning just so we had something to stream with. This does need a few little tweaks and changes. But we will get there. Will the hour requirement change? Yes. Okay, so the hour requirement is going to change a little bit. I'm going to rebrand the hours for airlines. Those airlines will connect through the whole fleet. Glenn B Gaming, hello, hello. Dear Scott, hello. Will we fly back with the 700? I won't be flying back this evening. But on the next stream, yes, we can bring the 700 back. I actually quite like the 550 series. I actually like the smaller variants myself. So going forward with the VA, so the hour requirement will change. So when there will become more fleets. I'm not going to tell you what parts of the world and what I'm planning to do, but there will be more fleets. There'll be, like, you know, cargo, European, you know, usual stuff. So the first tier level will open up aircraft across all those fleets. But it's not just going to be GA. You know, things like this will be in there probably, the E145. So yeah, going forward with the VA, there will be some changes coming forward over, like I said, over the next kind of like 8-week period. On the route side of things, there's going to be a few changes, hopefully. We will get a bit stricter on airlines being attached to, you know, the plan is, you know, to lock it down, so you have to fly that aircraft. You know, you won't be able to just kind of do that kind of thing you want. But there are other things there as well, and you know, so hopefully it'll push you guys to fly different parts of the world instead of always just being in Europe. Hopefully you guys will take into account some of the routes that we create, maybe fly some of them. Did you get cabin view? Cabin view for what? Cat is hard, hello mate, welcome. Kevin McCarthy, hello, seen you just pop in there. Hello, hello. So yeah, so look, with the VA, there's going to be a lot of things going to change. For the GA flying, what I plan to do is make a flying club. So we'll have a Simply Connect flying club. We'll have things like, you know, Spitfires and all that kind of stuff for Kurt. And we're going to keep the GA a little bit more away, if you know what I mean. That's kind of what I like to do. Everyone seems to have a problem with this, you know, 10-hour GA flying rule, which it blows my mind. Why do people not want to fly GA, especially on Microsoft Flight Simulator? So Aviation, happy St. Paddy's Day. Yeah, it's the weirdest St. Patrick's Day I've ever had here in Ireland. There was nothing. I had to go to the physio this morning, and I've never seen the road so quiet. It was the weirdest thing ever. Normally there's loads of parades in every town and village. It's a big thing, Paddy's Day here, obviously. Yeah, yeah, you know, happy Patrick's Day. Spitfire. Yes, so Kurt, we might get you flying with us yet. That'd be the plan. That would be the plan. Okay, guys, let's get into the cockpit then. So we're on the turnaround state. Oh, look. Let's simply connect on the other side of us here, look. Oh, we've got an NHS one and a normal one. How cool is that? So routes will be fixed rather than you doing your own thing. No. So we still do your own thing. But, you know, Andy puts in a lot of work to get those schedules together. It'd be nice if people actually flew some of the schedules, I think. Do you not think? If we all just fly our own thing, what's the point of us doing the scheduling? Especially if, you know... but the one thing I don't want to see is someone flying Highland Connect planes in, you know, Asia. You know, if I do get different liveries for the different fleets, I kind of want you to stick to those kind of routes for those fleets, if you know what I mean. Obviously, we're not going to restrict you from it. I'm not going to stop you from flying Highland Connect in Rome or whatever. But, you know, try and play along with it a little bit. Try and, you know, if you're flying a certain route that, you know, might be a Simply Connect route, you know, fly that livery, fly this livery, etc, etc. But yeah, no, nothing will be fixed. The one thing that we want to keep is the freedom for the pilots, I suppose. We want to make sure you can all do your own thing. Arjun, hello, mate. Ross Farrelly, hello. Hello. So look, I have a lot of things in my mind that I want to do, but everything's not possible. I know that the next big thing that Mr. Andy is, we're going to have to knight him, Sir Andrew. We know that the next big thing is tours. Tours is the one big thing that he's going to try and do over the next, like, you know, 8 to 12 weeks. Work out how to implement it through our website and ACARS. And hopefully we can get a tour done together, because that would be pretty cool. Fly some GA with you guys, fly legs of tours. Gives me something else to look forward to in the streams as well. Because sometimes I find myself just flying and, you know, I never know where to fly, but, you know, if we have a little bit of structure is nice as well, but not too much structure. But anyways, there are all the big things that hopefully might come. Highland Connect obviously is going to be up here. We're in Edinburgh today. We're flying to Cork. We're going over to Ireland. Weather is ish. Now, I don't know how many of you watched my tutorial video this morning that I posted. I had an absolute nightmare. It just stopped following the navigation. The ILS didn't click in, and I ended up just flying it in myself. So hopefully we'll have a better flight today. Okay, so look, we're going to go straight into the cockpit. Let's turn on our tablet. We're on a turnaround state, so we already have direct current. We already have the outside power in. The AP is here. Can we get photos when the bot says the flight report on Discord, like on Flight Radar 24? Can we get photos? What do you mean, Ryan? Can we get photos when the bot says the flight report on Discord, like on Flight Radar 24? Now that bot has been specially made custom for us. I'm not sure how you mean. I don't think it could take a picture of your say and post it. I don't think it can do that. I don't know what, you know, who knows what the limitations are these days. Okay, so let's go outside to the aircraft. Let's open our doors. Get some baggage going in here. We're in the turnaround state. Cabin lights. Give them a bit of light. Don't have to give them too much. We'll be too kind if we give too much. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put in our performance for the day already while we're here. I'm going to go to 0 fuel weight. We are 24,000 thereabouts. There we go. And fuel on board for today's flight should be 363. So we'll put in 37. Okay. Could type it in manually, but that'll do. Yeah, okay. So set payload in the simulator. That is set. And yeah, we won't copy that to the FMS just yet. Arjun, LK60AEF. What's that? Jonathan Holmes, hello mate, welcome. Okay, we're just going to turn on some lighting. A little bit dark in here. It was a bit dark on yesterday's stream when I had a little watch back. Okay. Up above then, we're going to throw on our smoking seatbelts, our emergency lights while we're boarding passengers. Beacon can go on because we will think about engine start very, very soon. And fuel pumps can go on because we will flick on the APU in a second. What we will do now is go down to the flight plan. Apparently not, because they changed the cameras. Okay. Position in it. This is my favorite part, doing all this stuff. Okay, we're going to go on to the next page. We're going to take the very first one here. We're going to go back a page. We're going to set our IRS position. That is all well and truly done. We are in EGPH. And we're going to EICK. Now, Will James knows this airport very well. The first time he flew on VATSIM. What do you remember what you said there? I sent it to you. Okay, mate, no worries. I'll have a look in a minute. So I'm doing a fleet list for a group. I didn't realise I was posting on here. I generally fly the routes anyways, except when I want to do stuff outside of Europe. Yeah, fair enough. No, we're not going to get rid of no freedom or anything like that. Don't worry about that. You'll always have your freedom, but yeah. Okay, we're going to be 002 because that's my flight number for the VA today. And that is okay. We're going to execute this page. We're going to go to our departures arrivals. We are leaving 24 and we are taking the GOSAC 1C, is it? GOSAC 1C, yep. Let's execute that into our flight plan. And as we can see here, the flight plan is now being built. So happy days, we know it's working. Good to know that one thing works. Okay, if we go back to our flight plan then, go on to our next page. Okay, so from Gossam, we're going to go to P600. P600. Then we're going to go to Blacka. B-L-A-C-A. Then going to Nelbo. I need to double check that. My writing looks a bit dodgy again. Nope, Nelbo is right. I don't think I've ever taken this waypoint. Nelbo. From Nelbo, we're going then direct to Nimmat. Nimmat. Okay, then we're going to be going direct to Dub. Okay, we're going to go to our next page because we've already filled up that one page. From Dub, we're going to go direct to Tismo. T-I-S-M-O. And then we're going to execute that. Okay, that's fine for the minute. We're going to go into our departure arrivals. We are arriving at runway ILS 34 is the plan. ILS 34. And we should be taking the TIM 1G. Oh, there's that. Tim's 1G, ILS. Awesome. Execute this. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Good evening, Cock Tower. Yeah, when I get a bit closer, I might say the same. I'm not using any ATC stuff today, guys. We're just flying, just enjoying the aircraft. Like I said, I did my tutorial and I had a nightmare on that tutorial. So, yeah, hopefully this will go a little bit better. Who knows? Okay, let's go to our performance page then, and flex 47 apparently is a good flex for this aircraft. So you know what, let's put it in and see what happens. Who knows, that could absolutely screw us. Okay, performance in it. We're going to go over to our tablet very quickly. I'm just going to press set all. We've already got it here, so set all. We come back. You did not work. Why did you not work? Interesting. Well, hey, there we go. It's now set. Okay, apart from our cruising altitude, what is Simbrief goodness for our cruising altitude today, guys? I did not look. 240, not very high. Nice. Okay, so remember when you're doing this one, it's FL240 if you're doing this FMC. You can import from Simbrief, but it's a little, it's not complicated, but it is a little bit That's why I don't use VATSIM or Pilot Edge. Because what Will did. To be fair, it was Will's very first time talking to a tower. So, you know, fair play to him. We know what was on his mind that night. Clearly it wasn't the aircraft. Okay, I tried to fly the Dash 8 the other night. Yeah. To be honest with you, the autopilot systems and the FMC is the same as the Dash 8. This actually lands very similar to the Dash 8, but the difference is this has more control. The Dash 8, it's actually the actual plane on X-Plane is actually decent. I actually find the modeling okay, the inside is okay. What I don't like is the flight modeling to it. I don't know what they've done, but you know, just a little flick of the joystick and the plane spirals into the ground. If they fix that, it'd be alright, I think. Okay, sorry, let's get back to our FMC. Okay, we go on to our next page here. 2, 4 at cruise. No, let's not worry about the wind. Not too fast. Okay, reserves, taxi fuel. We don't have to fill out any of that. Let's go to our VNav page then. So target speed will be 290 as we climb. That's fine. Next page. Okay, actually no. Transitional altitude is wrong. 5,000. And flight level 240, Mach 374, and again 6,000 is our transitional. Click that in, execute that. Okay, let's go to our legs. Let's have a look at the FMC. Let's see if this thing actually looks okay. So we're going to change our format to map, and I'm just going to bring it in a little bit here. Okay, it's a little bit broken there. Don't worry about this. That's just the way it goes. Okay, let's step through this. Okay, there's another one broken there. Okay, now the one thing that we did not check, if we go back to our flight plan, if we go to the next page, I didn't check for any discontinuities in the legs. Okay, so next page, here we go. So we're going to put Tismo, and I'm going to put it all the way back up to this Tismo because we don't want two of them. There we go. That'll fix that little issue, hopefully. Okay, next page. Another one here. Execute that. Okay, there's a lot of discontinuities in this flight plan, eh? Swear there was another one. Where was it? That looks all good. Yeah, I got 20 miles before I ended up spiraling into the ground. To be fair, like I said, the autopilot sets up the same way. You have to do it by vertical speed. I mean, we can fly on our flight director here now if we wish, etc, etc. Tip 1 for people starting out on VATSIM: don't do a Will James. Yeah. I'm sure they laughed, no. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I think that's the FMC setup. That's pretty much everything that we need to do here. So what we'll now do is go back to the aircraft here. Let's start shutting doors. Close the cargo for the minute. And let's fire up the APU. So the APU is quite simple.
Cabin is secure. All passengers are aboard.
Yes, yes, yes. We're going to press the fuel.
On behalf of the captain and crew, welcome aboard this flight. We hope you enjoy flying.
Okay, the APU door is now open. Let's fire the APU up.
Gear disagree.
Yes, yes, I wasn't really clicking on the gear up. Okay, so the APU is now kicking in. Is there really no auto throttle on the CRJ? No, there isn't. So basically, you can control your speeds from descent and climb, but on cruise, you have to manually adjust. That's the same as the Dash, though. The Dash is the same. The ATR 72 is very much the same. They're basically like the same aircraft. If you think about it, the only difference with the Dash is that the wings come over a bit more centrally. But this lands quite flat because it's a bit of a funny body as well. You know, it does fit 49 passengers in here, so it is quite long. Kian Arthur, currently on my way to Chicago from Dublin in the Aer Lingus new A330 livery. Total flight is 7 hours 30 minutes. Oh, nice. That's awesome, Kian. We're only going as far as Cork today. Okay, so flight plans in. Done, done, done. I'm just going to lift up my little sticky here. Okay, what I'm going to do is throw on the yaw dampeners. The stabilizer trim. That's all well and good. We'll sort out the ILS once we get up in the air. I'm not worried about that right this second. We do need to set our altitude. So the altitude here is currently set at 10,000. The altitude knob's here. We cleared all the way to 240, so let's just go to 240. We're not running with any ATC. Obviously, they would normally give us some sort of clearance pattern. There you go, 240 is set. Okay. APU is on and available. Everything is looking good up here. We've got to throw it on our hydraulics. And we can now throw on our probe heats as well while we're here. So hydraulics, probe heats, fuel's on. Just going down and around. Everything is good at the moment. Everything is where it should be. Flight plan is somewhat stable. Arjun, no worries, mate. Oh, no worries, mate. No worries. Nice of you to come in and say hello. Okay. I think that's all of us good now to get our pushback, guys. So, just last double checking everything. The borough is already in. Okay. D&H, all that will sort out up in the air. I think we're good to go. There's no discontinuities. I think, yeah, everything's good here. Let's not worry. Let's just go for it. Let's see what happens. Simply connect. The only way. Okay, so I quite like that. Simply connect. The only way. No worries, mate. I won't be streaming tomorrow. Man United playing AC Milan. Pretty important game to make or break my season. So I will be taking tomorrow evening off to watch Man United probably crash out of the Europa League. As dreadful as that sounds. Okay, let's go to activate here then. Let's get our tug in. We're good to go here on everything else. We got APU power now, so we can disconnect, take off the chocks. We are all good here now. We are running on APU power. Waiting for our pushback. Did I miss something from Richard? Okay, so we are starting to get our pushback. Take off the parking brake. Let's fire up engine number right. And as usual, what you're waiting for is for this to go up to about 20%. But I know that we don't have far to go here. Okay, we're alright. For a minute.
Gear disagree.
Yeah, gear disagree because I didn't mean to do it. Okay, let's throw in the fuel. Okay, let's start firing engine left. Waiting for our 20%. We need to show the only way is simply connect. What with my bad landings? To be fair though, I didn't do too bad with this yesterday, in all fairness. That is a terrible, terrible...
Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention as we display the safety features and procedures of the aircraft in case of an emergency. During an emergency, please remain in your seats with your seatbelts fastened and your seats in the upright position. In case of a drop in cabin pressure, breathing masks will drop from the ceiling and should be placed over your head. If there is smoke in the cabin during the evacuation of the aircraft, the walkway emergency lights will display to the exits, which are located here and here. In case of an extreme emergency landing,
Trim's all set here. Well, no, the trim's not set actually. So ailerons are at neutral, rudder's at neutral, but we need to set our trim. What was our trim for today's flight? Trim is 4.7. So here you go, it's currently at 6. 4.7, wow. It's a very low... Anyways, that's what it wants for the stabilizers. Okay. Okay, both engines have now stabilized. I'm happy with them. They're ready to flex. So what we can actually do now is flick off the APU. Everything is running the way it should be. We're going to turn on our X-Flow auto override. We are now going to throw on our taxi lights here, guys, and navigational lights. We won't put any logos and wings too bright. We don't have to worry about them. Let's go make our very slow taxi. I'm going from runway 26 and I. 24. Okay, so we're going out that way. That's fine. Okay. Making taxi. Origins, hello guys. How do you do pilot? I'm not too bad, mate. How are you? We're slowly going for taxi. In the lovely Highland Connect livery. It does need a little bit of work, but you know, it's not a bad first start. First draft. I'm happy with that. Looking good. We can say goodbye to Edinburgh. I had a lovely bouncy landing earlier. You would have been proud. Well, I floated last night, mate. Actually, this aircraft floats, so it naturally floats. Once you start coming down, once you start just easing off on the throttles, it does glide nicely. Actually, it does land quite nicely. This aircraft, I must admit. It's not a bad aircraft. Like I said, it's just not my 100%, like, you know, it's not my cup of tea. It wouldn't be my go-to, but you know, I'll do the odd flight in it, you know, while we have it. What actually interests me the most is Aerosoft's Twin Otter. That interests me a lot more than this. It looks good but complicated. Can you do the plane? As in, can I fly this plane? Yeah. Or do you mean deliveries? If anybody is looking for liveries for Microsoft Flight Simulator or any other kind of simulator, we do have Iron Beast Customs here, who kind of partners with the channel. He does do it for a small fee. If anyone does want liveries, or specially made liveries, you can do real life ones too. What's your tip for throttle control? Okay, so for takeoff, your throttle control, we're only going straight here. Okay, so with this aircraft, you're going to take off with Toga, not max power, Toga. Okay, so it's a bit different to the Airbus. You'll be looking for a flex. You're looking for Toga on this one. You will reduce it down to the climb for your climb, pretty much after about 600 feet or 1,000 feet off the ground. There is no auto throttle. So what this will do, this is already computing my V speeds. So for the climb, it knows what it wants to do. But once you're at cruise, you have to just control it yourself. And it's just, I put my marker on here, which is what most pilots will do. You put your marker here, and you have to continuously monitor it. Because if the wind changes, if you get a tailwind, you'll speed up. You know, you get a headwind, you'll slow down. You just have to keep monitoring it. What is your opinion on mayo and toast? That is the strangest thing that someone said in a while. I don't really have an opinion, mate. It would be my cup of tea now. When we descend, I will show you guys properly how you're supposed to descend. Yesterday's stream, I didn't set it up 100%. I realized what my mistake was only after the stream. Okay, so we're just going to put the parking brake on then. Okay, so we're going to pretend we've had our clearance. We're going to throw on our landing lights here now. We're going to retract our takeoff lights. We will throw on our strobe light as we're about to go onto the runway. Everything else is where it should be. Window heat. Sure, I put the window heat on. That's just the anti-ice. Okay, we shouldn't need the anti-ice. I don't know. It doesn't let you click them for some reason. Let's not worry about those two cautions. Not the end of the world. Mayo and toast. I didn't even have that whilst I was at uni with no money. We're all weirdos, yeah. We're all a little bit strange. Okay, so the last thing that we need to set for takeoff is you need to arm your reverse thrust, okay? Make sure you arm that. Everything else is good to go now, guys. So we've had our clearance to take off. Park and brake off. Let's start moving. No, yeah, anything egg related in general is just foul. Oh no, I like eggs. I'm not a big mayonnaise lover, to be honest with you. Okay, so you already had our V-speeds here, so I know that you are definitely interested in this, Will. So our rotational speed today is 130 knots. Okay, once we start traveling down the runway, nose down until about 100 knots-ish. Luke, how's the autopilot working? Well, on my... it works okay, but I've had one or two issues with some runways, Manchester in particular. Like I said, I did a tutorial on this, but it wasn't much of a tutorial, put it that way. It was a tutorial on how to fix a bad situation. That's what that tutorial ended up being. Okay, so we're lined up then. Okay, so we're stabilized at 50%. Nearly there now. Okay. So what you're looking for here now is the second click. Not the first one, the second one.
Contact flaps.
Oh. I only have my flaps set to 4, it should be 8. Anyways, nose down. We're hitting 120. V1 and rotate. He does struggle to get off the ground, just give her a second, she'll get there. There we go, there you go. Now very quickly, make sure you have your map in the right place.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
My flaps are not retracting. Okay, let's throw in our heading, our speed, and let's engage the autopilot for a second. Oh wow. So you got to be careful with the yeah, gear up. Sorry, I was too busy looking at that. Again, we're having the same issue. There we go. That was the gear. Well, there we go. See, I was panicking for no reason. Yeah, gear, yes, yes, yes. We oversped because, you know, it is easily done in this aircraft on takeoff. Once you kind of lift the nose up, it does overspeed. I'm not used to this aircraft either, guys, so hence why when all the buzzers were going off, I wasn't even paying attention to what needed to be done. I was trying to work out what it was doing. But look, if you do click on the speed mode, it will hold its speed for climb. Yeah, gear up would be good, eh? Been a long day. But we're up and running. That's all that matters. For some reason the engines are painted white now as well. Yeah, so look, I'm not 100% with this aircraft, so yeah, we'll do what we can do. That's the point. What's the max speed of any aircraft under 10,000 feet? Is you have to be under 250 knots. 250 knots. Again, we are over that speed, so. I'm actually finding that the A-cars is not working properly. Okay, so landing lights now retracted. Everything else is okay, guys. We're above 10,000 feet. Yeah, I'm actually having a problem with A-cars. A-cars actually says, like, my lights are being changed at 600 feet. And again here, rule violation, landing lights on above 11,000. But the landing lights are off. So it could be just some aircrafts it doesn't sync properly with. On the center pedestal. For what? Not a bad aircraft. If you want to master it a little bit more, obviously it'd be better. But anyway, so look, it will auto throttle itself up. But now that we're above the 10,000, we can actually change our speed. There you go, we'll climb at 290 now. Is there any plans for A-cars infringements in the future for the VA? I don't know. The problem, like I said, with A-cars is I don't think you can match it 100%. Like I said, it's actually still telling me my landing lights are on. So, unfortunately for this flight, I'm going to have a load of violations now for landing lights, even though my landing lights are turned off. So, yeah, I don't really know what I can do about that. The engines are sometimes messed up with liveries. My Sunwing livery made the engines silver. Yeah, I think he has to have a look. He might have painted something that he might have accidentally painted the whatchamacallits, the blades. Get a nice few screenshots though. Look, she's a nice plane. I'm just, yeah, I don't know. Not my cup of tea. Give me a jumbo jet any day of the week. But she flies okay. But yesterday, like I said, like they have these breaks in the flight plans, but it's okay. It should fly towards Kozam. It should do. Okay, just going to click on the borough to stop it from flashing at us. That's fine. I did a flight early with A-cars and it couldn't connect me to the server or something, so I couldn't complete the flight report. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about. I don't think there's been any damages that I know of, but maybe. These things can happen. Let's see who's up and flying. MB Gaming is boarding. I am en route. Ross Farrelly is on taxi, and Main Street is arrived. Okay, he hasn't done his file report properly. Man, is there any plans to manage A-cars infringement sort of punishments, or is it too? I think it's too unpredictable. Maybe as A-cars updates, maybe once the people who are behind, you know, how you build this, if they, you know, get it pretty clued on, maybe. It's a tough one, isn't it? You never want to really tell someone off for flying, even if they are doing it wrong. Ryan, I'm just looking at the picture you sent me from Flight Radar 24. Yeah, you can't get the Discord bot to do that, I don't think. I think it'd be asking too much, plus we'd have to have all the pictures, you see. The Discord bot is still kind of work in progress. Things might change with that too, so we'll see. The main thing is getting the VA running properly, I suppose. Burgerfly, probably not a good idea to paint on the exhaust cowl though. Yeah, like I said, this was just a very, very quick first draft, just so we had something to fly. This will go back to being grey. Oh, I was too busy talking. We've overstressed the aircraft. No. Is it super touchy like the citation longitude? Yes. Too busy looking on the outside, and I completely forgot that we're probably at cruise. Once you hit cruise, it would obviously be over speeding. What an absolute idiot. So there we go. First mistake. Yeah, keep an eye on your throttles on the inside. Stop looking at the outside. Ah, for frig's sake. What a nightmare. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, it's very sensitive on the odd speed. Watch what you're doing on your streams, and don't leave aircraft flying themselves. It's all right. It's not a bad aircraft, to be honest with you. It's the more stupid crap is pilot error. Oh, that is so annoying. Ah! Luke, yeah. I was too busy admiring the outside. I forgot once I get to cruise that it was going to start overspeeding. I'm tempted just to put in the flight plan for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I haven't tried to actually see how that works, so that's what we may do. You get kicked out. No, so basically there's no autopilot features for the throttles, so you got to remember when you get to cruise, if you don't control your throttles, you're going to overstress the aircraft, and that's exactly what I've just done. Brutal. Okay, let's try and do it this way. See how this goes. Something like that. ILS 34 with the Tim's 1G. We don't even have the Tim's 1G. There we do. That'll do me. Departure. Let's fly this. Is this the only plane that does that? Well, it's actually realistic to the aircraft, I believe. I just completely forgot. I had to visit a Big Bertha at the physio today for the first time in months. Yeah, I was at the physio today as well. My shoulder's not feeling 100%, to be honest with you. I can't believe I've just gone and done that. Anyways, as I was saying about the paint, yeah, so the cowl shouldn't have been painted, but look, it was just a quick first draft, so we had something to fly with tonight. So yeah, they will go back to being what the color they should be, a grey kind of black. What an idiot. And as you can see there, please note the very first loading of the CRJ can take up to 10 minutes. Okay. I'm assuming that this has a flight plan. Oh wow, okay, so you can't actually use the Microsoft flight plan with this. That is even worse. What have I missed? I stressed the aircraft, blew up the aircraft, messed it up. And I gotta put in the whole flight plan and stuff again. So Microsoft flight planning doesn't work. But how can you give me my performance speeds and not give me anything else? Yeah, so basically it overstressed. So if you overspeed an aircraft, like, you know, the ailerons might fall off or the stabilizer might break off, depending. Yeah, wings might snap. Go direct. Yeah, I could go direct. Still bloody annoying though. Do 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 do. Well, we might as well just throw it in quickly. Okay, let's execute that. To dub. Might as well, if I'm gonna do it, might as well just do it bloody properly. Inzo. We'll worry about the arrival later. Get up in the air, please. Execute that. How the hell is Timso not found now this time? They found Timso the first time, but it doesn't find it the second time. Interesting. Okay, let's go up in the air and hope for the best. Okay, let's put our altitude back up. Aiden, hello, hello. Yeah, I just balls this all up myself. Just sorting out my A cars because obviously the company now thinks I've just crashed. I'm just fixing this very quickly. Who knows if the aircraft's actually set up? Flying patterns while I wait. Yeah, sorry guys. Just sorting out my A cars. Is there a way to do group flights next plane? No, I don't think so. Okay, so all the speeds are in. Apparently we're all completely set up. Strange because they're turned off. Even though the whole aircraft's working, everything is not the way it should be, which I always find very interesting. Right. Should be good to go. Usual antics then. Yeah, just kind of annoyed me a little bit, but we're okay. I think. Okay guys, let's try takeoff one more time. No idea any of this stuff on. Okay, reverse thrusters to armed. We'll probably have a better takeoff this time anyways. Oh look, the engines are actually off. That does not help. Oh. I thought it'd load me in at a bloody estate that I could take off in. I feel cheated. I'm just going to disarm them for a second. So what are your thoughts on CRJ? Change it. You must be loving it by now. I don't love myself. I've literally just wasted. Yeah. Bloody annoying. So look, I don't mind the CRJ. It's just not my preferred aircraft of choice. You know, I'm not going to go out my way. I'll fly it occasionally. It's not like a go-to plane, but you know, it's nice every now and again to have it, I suppose. I won't complain. Just waiting for our APU to kick in. We're getting there, we're getting there. APU's on. Engage right engine. Engage left engine. It's not doing this correctly, by the way, guys. We've already done a whole startup, so now we're just getting ourselves in the air. Hopefully. Okay, flight director, turn it on. What's that grey line? I don't think that grey line was there before, was it? Okay guys, let's try and go up in the air one more time. If I accidentally miss it this time, I quit. Okay, we can now turn off the APU, and I think we are good to take off, see what happens.
Config flaps.
Why is my parking brake not disengaging? Okay, so since this is reloaded in, it's broken some of my buttons apparently. I think we found a bug.
Config brakes.
I've disengaged the brakes.
Config brakes.
Oh, good. Some reason. Oh, the chocks are on. Look. Freaking stupid is this? Okay, all checklists have gone out the window. Important question. I have a problem with my CRJ. I brought and installed it and it looks amazing, but I guess the flaps are not working, otherwise I wouldn't install with 200 knots. Good question. I'm having my own issues.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has advised that we are now cleared for takeoff.
Okay, 140 rotate. Oh, apparently we landed back on the ground. Okay, gear up. You're stalling with 200 knots. Is that when you're coming into approach, by any chance? Like I said, I'm falling into my own issues, my own personal ones. Apparently, I don't even know how to fly. Okay, so we're in climb mode. We're at 197 for our initial climb. That's fine. Getting good reviews, but I guess like everything, there's dev to be done. Yeah, look, it's okay. People that love this aircraft, you know, will love it. For me, you see, my biggest problem is it's just not an aircraft, like I said. I like the announcement off where we're clear to take off while you're already doing 120 knots. Yeah. Look, we're just trying to catch up for where we've ballsed up. Yeah, this paint does need a little bit of work. For sure. Man, that bloody annoys me, that does. Okay, once we go above 10,000, we can speed her up. She can go up a little bit, to be fair. Okay, we're going to stay in the cockpit this time until we're cruising and I'm happy. Okay, we just crossed over 10,000. Landing lights can now go back off. Okay, let's get some lights in here. Okay, now that we're cleared above 10,000, we can now up our speed. Probably have a speed restriction here. That's okay. All well and good. We're in the air again. Okay, let's have a look at this page. Okay, so if we go into the FMD menu, we're going to turn on our VNav. And then if we go into our direct into, keep an eye on that. All that's now done is brought me up my waypoint, so I can now see stuff a bit clearer. Okay, we're up to 257. One hour in and we're only just going out of bloody Edinburgh. Annoying, annoying, annoying. But we're in the air, so hope for the best now. Okay, we're through 19,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now serving sandwiches.
Okay, so I'm just trying to fix this up where it should be. The new Rolls-Royce 4x4. I don't think I've seen that. Use simulated winglets on the Zimbo. Do I use them? I don't really fly the Zimbo, to be honest with you. That's why everybody wants me to fly it. Okay, so that little buzz that we didn't get when we were on the outside is 1,000 to our cruising altitude. And then we're going to see it all go pretty crazy. Okay, so Mach 74 is what we're looking for. So as you can see, the aircraft is now speeding up. We do have a headwind though. The Cullinan. I don't think I've seen them. Okay, so once we hit our 320, we have to make sure we monitor this ourselves. We've got quite a strong headwind. I'm just easing off the throttles. One of those cars that's very dependent on colour. Oh. Okay, so we seem to be sitting quite nicely where we are with the headwind. We just changed direction again, so we're going to change our heading here. Okay. Right. See, now you can see that we just started speeding up. I didn't see us jump that bloody high. So you just got to kind of find a sweet spot. I've had enough sandwiches. Been out for years. Are you just talking about a new plated version? Oh yeah. Mr. Kurt. So, adjusting throttles accordingly. Okay, well, we're sitting on that. I think we're okay to sit there for a minute. Who knew that Cork Airport is actually larger than Shannon Airport? I never knew that. Even mate, heavy master yet the buzz, mate. I've had a nightmare. Why no auto throttle on cruise? It's just one of those kind of airliners. That's just what they're like. Okay, we're slowing down quite a bit here. See, we do have our speed set to 290, but it doesn't auto throttle. But yeah, the buzz, I overstressed it. I was too busy looking on the outside that we oversped and we crashed and burned. So we're trying again. Shannon's runway is longer. Yeah, but I'm just reading it here on Wiki. Cork is the second busiest airport in terms of passenger numbers after Dublin and the third busiest on the island after Dublin and Belfast International. To be fair, Shannon just does a lot of America and back, to be fair. Didn't you go for a smoke the last time when I messed this up? So look, so basically the auto throttle is us and we're keeping an eye on it. So look, we still got a headwind. Might turn into a bit of a tailwind. You just have to monitor your speeds all the time. Gives you plenty to do, especially on landing, because you have to do your speeds as well. Can I get any? Hello, mate. Yeah, I've been better. Not going to say that this is my my best flight I've ever had, but look, it is what it is. Okay, so you can see that we are creeping up on our speeds again. We're okay here though, that's okay. I mean, I drive in and out of Shannon all the time. It's not very busy passenger, to be fair. You're right. It's all knowledge, mate. New planes are trial now to start with. Oh no, the buzz, what happened was, we were doing fine, we were taking off and we were cruising, but we were still on the climb. I completely lost focus that the speed was going to increase once we hit the cruise, and we were talking about a few things about the paint job, like the engines in there and stuff, and the cowls. They shouldn't be painted, and yeah, the plane overstressed. But hey ho. No stress. To be fair, it's quite an easy aircraft to learn. Once you know like the silly things like this throttle business, look, you can see I'm creeping up now. Just going to keep an eye on it. Refresh the heading bug. Okay, let's put in our ILS frequency, see what happens with that. Okay, ILS today will be 3-4 going into Cock Tower, isn't that right, Will? If you're still watching. Okay, 109.15. Okay. 109.15. Okay, that's now in the active. For our nav 1. Now we're under. So yeah, the wind, the speed will change on the wind. So continuously, it's a bit of a fight, but hey, you know, you get used to it, like I said. Okay, let's have a look what our top of descent is today. So quite easy, if we go into direct, we'll be able to see, we're going to the next page. Okay, so it starts dropping. Dub is our top of descent. And then we're going to start going down. And this is actually telling me my vertical speed. So yesterday we didn't know what our vertical speed was. This will actually tell me my vertical speed. Once we get a bit closer, you'll get two dials. You get a blue donut here, and you get a snowflake here. And you keep in between the two, and that will bring you down for the ILS. Do you think the bus has good future? And what have you seen so far from your early access key? Artful, I'm not allowed to tell you anything until the embargo is lifted. The only thing I will tell you is I think there is potential, but it's going to massively depend on mod support and the multiplayer aspect. But yeah, I'm not allowed to release anything about it at the moment. If I do, I get Aerosoft will ban me. So very much like Fernbus. At the moment, in its current stage, there's no career mode or anything until the second big part of the roadmap, which I think they're looking at for August, maybe later. I've already done a video that will be live on Sunday at 5 PM when the embargo is lifted, and I will be streaming that evening at 8 PM. And in that video, it'll pretty much sum up what I think of it. I didn't really hold back. We found a few things, but yeah, we'll see. I think the biggest thing for the bus, like I said, will be the multiplayer and the career mode, depending on how good that is. And again, you know, if you're on the main menu, it says maps, so it does look like there's scope to have different maps, because if it's just Berlin all the time, you'll get a bit bored. But they haven't released on any of their road maps that they want to bring out any other maps, so it might go down to third-party developers. So that's what I mean. I hugely depend on mod support, in my opinion. Okay, so we're flying a little bit under again our speed. We'll pick up the speed again. No worries, as on the road patch was a total joke for Xbox today. I've never played it on Xbox. I didn't see any patch for the PC version though. What did they patch? I'm actually going to have a quick look at Steam now to see did anything update. Or I actually haven't done anything on the road. They gave me a key to do some stuff on it, and I still haven't done it. I'm just going down to my downloads. No, there was nothing on PC, so there was no patch for PC. I've got the other one of theirs that I want to make a series on eventually. What's it called? The transport one. Where is it? There's my Steam. Been out a while, but I did want to make a series on it anyways. Where the hell are you? Truck and Logistics Simulator. But they haven't updated that in a while either. I think for me the next big one will be the next Birmingham Cross City line, which will probably be released tomorrow by Dovetail Games. But I won't be doing anything on it tomorrow. I won't be doing anything on it until Friday if it does release tomorrow. On the road was a joke, full stop. They're never going to get anywhere near. No. But there were some aspects I liked about it. I liked that you could get out the truck. I liked you could open the doors. There were some animations. There were a few bits about it I liked. But the driving aspect definitely has issues. They're doing nothing for the PC version at all. They're solely working on the console versions. See, that's what I mean. Aerosoft give me a key and say, look, do some content. But if the game is crap, what can you do? Nortruff 112 version 2. The one that's supposed to be released on the 18th of March, Artful. Is that the one? I got given a couple of keys today as well. Let's see if you heard of any of these games. Trader Life Simulator was offered to me yesterday. There's quite a few here. Plebby Quest the Crusades, Actor Tycoon 2, The Game of Life 2, Taxa Inc., Horror Squad, Rogue State Revolution, Outward. There's quite a few here that I've not even looked at. I actually can't even find the firefighter game. They're taking it off the key list. Yeah, it's gone. I'm sure it's supposed to be due out on the 18th. How did you get on with Workers and Resources? You have not done that in a while. Yeah, nobody was watching it. It got less than like 20 views, so I kind of left it. I actually enjoyed the game. It's very hard. There's a lot to learn, but I enjoyed it. Mr. Prepper is coming tomorrow. Yes, I played the demo. I wasn't actually that impressed by Mr. Prepper, if I'm honest with you. It was alright. What did I do? Okay, and 149 nautical miles we have to be down at Tismo. What an idiot. Trader Sim Life looks quite good. Yeah, there was no tutorial to it though. He offered me the game yesterday. I downloaded it, but there was no tutorial. I need to look at Stephen Bradley. I think there is a demo. Yeah, like I said, he gave me the key yesterday. Killed my horse while pulling my cargo today. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, so we are flying direct into Tismo because I just frigged this up. Okay, so once we kind of get above Dublin, we know that we need to start descending. We're not far from Dublin, actually. Try to demo Sapper defuse the bomb. It was a bit naff when it came out. Yeah, they actually declined me. You know, it's really weird. I actually applied for a key for that and I got declined. But that was before I knew what the price was, because if you read the blurb of it, it actually looked quite good. I thought, hey, that could be quite funny. It was absolutely terrible. But yeah, Aerosoft have taken down that firefighter simulator game that was supposed to come out on the 18th. It was here. It's gone. It's really strange. Yeah, really strange. Okay, according to this, so we're looking for, basically we need to go down to 6,500. So I'm just going to change our altitude to 6,500. And according to this, we need to start descending at 800 feet a minute at the moment. So you know what, why don't we just start doing that? Okay, so we're going to click on vertical speed and we're going to start dropping the nose to 800. Richard, you need to come fly Spitfire to see how we can break. Buswell coming this year is different based around Chernobyl. Yeah, they did have like a demo. They've done stuff before than people, haven't they? Yeah, I only crashed it about 1,000 times. Saying that I completely balls this plane up earlier. Like this has not gone to plan for me today. Okay, you can start seeing now that we're starting to speed up. I'm going to take off some of the speed. Okay, we still have a little bit of time. Just going to move this out a little bit. Okay, we're starting to lose our speed. Yeah, they're the same developers who did the Metro Simulator 2020 in Moscow Tube. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've seen some stuff on the it'd be good again. Big, you know, it's just waiting, I suppose, isn't it? So at Timso, we need to be at 15.3, which we're going to do nicely probably. Okay, Dublin City is just down here. Simrail and Simbus that everyone wants to see what they bring to the table. That's the multiplayer one, isn't it? Waiting for a delivery date for the new Thrustmaster stick and throttle before I use it. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Might be waiting a while. And whether it can compete with the competitions both, we will have multiplayer. Yeah, I think multiplayer is a huge aspect now, but I think it does still come down to modding community. If you let the mod community be involved, you know, there's a lot that could go good for you. Mark Wood, how's it, mate? Long time, no worries. Yeah, all right, not too bad. Messed up a few things, but you know, usual crap on my streams. Nothing too special. Yeah, I upset myself at the beginning. We oversped and I broke the aircraft. Oh, you got a new HOTAS system finally, nice. How is it? Are you enjoying it, mate? I'm a convert Airbus guy now, but I missed the 737. Yeah, so look, I am going to be doing some Zebo streams next week probably. See if we can break the Zebo. Has anybody developed a pub sim yet? Not really. I suppose Landlord Super was probably the closest thing. Oh, the X56, nice. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, much better than mouse and keyboard, I agree. Are you still flying with the VA, Mark? Must be since I reloaded it in, it did bring this grey thing up, which I'm not sure what that's all about. Oh yeah, Crossroads Inn's a pub sim. Yeah, forgot about that. What are you streaming this evening, Mr. Bixby? Okay, I want to bring that speed down. I want my marker to be around the 250 mark. We're nearly there. Mainly because I want to slow down before 10,000. 88 keys. Nice, they made it so that TCAS throttle quadrant won't work with it. Yeah, I'm using the Airbus throttle stick. I'm not using the quadrant, so the actual throttle on the Airbus stick is working though, which is good. I'm sure they'll patch it soon. I am, but I'm being busy late. Yeah, no worries, mate. Wasn't there when all the VR stuff was top of the range? I swear there was a bar sim. Just check Nortov 112 Discord. Still due to release tomorrow at €30. Is that the Aerosoft one, Artful? They've taken it off the key site. Iron Beast, this wasn't you. Iron Beast, while you're here. So basically, the delivery was perfect. I crashed the simulator by accident. I crashed the aircraft. When the aircraft reloaded, it reloaded in like this. This wasn't you. I don't know why it's doing this. Yeah, 828 keys. Yeah, if you just use your stick throttles, it does work. Is the grey supposed to be black? No. So basically, when we first loaded up the simulator, this wasn't there. But when we overstressed it and I reloaded it, it's given us this grey mark, and I don't know why. But it wasn't there before. What do you have your settings at? What, in here? Pretty high. Andrea, keep up the good work. Thank you. Much appreciated. Oh yeah, the only other thing though is the white blades Iron Beast. For some reason they're painted white. I bet they sold a few at the lockdown. Okay, that's fine. Oh, Planet Coaster, nice. Okay, so we are starting to speed up again, so we're just going to ease off the throttles. We're down at 16.4, nice. Iron Beast, hello. Hello, Iron Beast. Well, Artful, the interesting thing about that, they told me that I was going to have early access to that. Has anybody produced any content on it yet, Artful? Are they at high preset yet? Oh, for Microsoft Flight Simulator, yeah. They're quite high preset. Yeah. How many FPS do I get? It changes. It depends on the aircraft sometimes. At approach, for some reason, I think there's a bit of a bug with the game at the moment. Any approach, it seems to drop frames. But I hold about 35 to 40. No worries, Iron Beast. Yeah, so Iron, don't worry about this grey line. I have no idea what this is about. I think the aircraft just loaded in the wrong, or the game got confused, or I don't know. Other than that, everything else is looking okay. Oh, and these red things here at the back need to be black. Or grey again. Oh yeah, I did see it before I went live, mate. I will sort out your jobs after the stream. I will. Okay, Tismo, we need to be down at 8,000. Top of the descent is coming very, very soon. Oh, we're losing too much speed here now. No, on a release copy, the only person I've seen content was from Northern Alex. Yeah, I'm very puzzled by that because they promised me early access content creation rights, so maybe they screwed me. Bixie, see you later, mate. I only have 8 gigs of RAM. Do you think I will see a performance increase if I get 16 gigs? The tough one. It depends on all your settings. The best person is the old Curtis Hard. If he's still here, he might be able to direct you. I mean, I upgraded my RAM and GPU, so maybe, probably. Oh yeah, nice. Okay, so we're still going down and down and down as we do. We're getting very close to the top of this descent. Even though we're already descending. Oh, you are occasionally. With Microsoft Flight Simulator, people always I only had 16 gigabyte RAM before, and I don't think I've seen a big one since I've upgraded it. But we do have a good GPU on board, so yeah, it's a tough one, mate. It would improve it. Okay, let's go into the old Discord and find out what our Q and H is. Uh, 10:36. Okay, MDA today is going to be okay. MDA is 290. I don't know why it's clicked on D and H. We're not doing a category 3. And 10:36 is what we're looking for our Q and H. There's some questions why the date has disappeared on Steam and if there's a postponement. No, there is not. All remains at Thursday, March 2021. Okay, Arthur, that's interesting. Very interesting. Ross, yes and no. But remember, it all kind of works together. Your RAM is, you know, yeah. I can't talk about the complexity because I don't have the complexity, but. Okay, let's drop ourselves down quite a bit. Not that much. It's hard to like a sim when the LNAV flies you into a mountain. Really? Just make sure you run dual channel and not single, as that will be a huge boost regardless. Okay, yeah. Kurt is the expert at that kind of stuff, not me. Okay, again, look, we're managing throttles here. They're idled. We need to make sure we stay under the 250 mark now. So I want to try and keep at this purple the best we can. And just checking our charts here. We need to be at 3,000. Okay, we're under 10,000, guys. Landing lights on. We're holding nice speed. We're going to be down. Does this aircraft let you pitch for speed on descent like the climb? It does, but when I reloaded in, I don't have the flight plan set properly. But basically, no, you have to control the descent because I haven't got this all synced up properly. But if you have it synced up, it should control it like it did yesterday. But yeah, because the FMC wasn't fully programmed when we left, so I was too fed up after the crash. So we are manually flying it. Basically, there's two things. Here is the star. So at the moment we're below the star, which is good. You want to try and keep it in this range. And the blue donut. And that will get us down to where we need to be. So if I change my trim here, you can see that it's now following that blue, the blue arrow. You can see now that we're way past where we need to be. There we go. So basically what you target for here is the blue donut and the snowflake. That's his day job, kinda. He's a computer nut. Oh, what, the Microsoft Flight Simulator logbook? Oh, I don't care about that. That doesn't interest me. No interest in that for myself. I will buy this plane, but only if it's released the next plane. I use log my flights in my spreadsheet, so it's a bit annoying. Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I tend to... I'm not too fussed about it all, to be fair. Acars does my recording. Get into limestone. Not about me. I'm in Ireland. I'm not in the UK. Unless you're asking Kurt. What the hell? These guys are flying the VA, but write the information ran in a spreadsheet for my own virtual airline. Oh yeah. Okay, so we now need to descend down a little bit more. Not that much more. Wow, whoa, 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 whoa. Aiden Taylor, phone died, missed last 10 minutes. Oh, don't worry, mate, you didn't miss too much. Okay, so the aircraft is not flying the navigation again. Or... there we go. When I moved my camera, somehow I took off the from FMS1. I don't know how I did that. Did you do the VOR to VOR tutorial for the guy in the Discord the other day? No, I've started right now. It's a lot more complicated than it seems, Richard, to like just do it. Did you manually write any of your reports, Ross? Maybe you accidentally clicked a number too much? Okay, we do need to start descending a bit more. No, I didn't manually report anything. Haven't done since my first flight. Yeah, interesting. So of that, have you flown that many miles? There is a real CRJ pilot just started a channel, and he's got some really in-depth tutorials. If interested, I can mention a channel for people interested. Yeah, sure. Look, I'm no expert at this. I know I'm not. I never tried to pretend to be either. Oh, sorry, Mike's on mute. Yeah, no, mate, catching a bit. Kind of Gurney seeing a bit as well. Yeah, you can't hear me, sorry. So we are going to just get ready now for our descent. Everything's looking okay at 3,000. Speeds are down. We won't initialize the localizer until we start making this bend. Or just before here. But lights are set. Reversers are now armed. I think we're good, really. Just got to start. Flaps down. 30. With that, we now need to increase our power. We're now starting to come onto final here. Gear down so I don't forget. And flaps full. Why is AP disengaged? Really fighting the pitch of the aircraft. He's swearing again. Okay, what we're going to do here now is put a nav source to localizer, and let's hit the approach mode. No. Okay, let's go back to the FMS. We'll wait till we make the turn. Minus 374. Yeah, sorry I've not been the most energetic in the stream. Once I balls up at the beginning, that was kind of me done. There's nothing worse. Okay, it's captured the localizer, which is all good. The glide slope, hopefully it'll capture in a second. It'll start coming down. Runway's in sight. What's that flashing in the flight display? It's just capturing the localizer. (128) should be our landing speed, not 123. Again, we're managing the control. We've got to try and keep it up where the pink is now for landing. Tom Robertson, hello mate, welcome. Got a nice crosswind. Me, hello. Welcome to the stream. Coming just for the final part. Not too bad, how are you? No worries, Thomas Robinson. See you later. See you later, mate. Okay, we're just about to get the glide slope. Runway is already in sight, of course. There we go, just captured the glide slope.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
Okay, we'll disengage the autopilot. So apparently the glide slope is to crash me into the ground. Interesting. Yeah, we should be a lot closer than that by now. Okay, so we have control of the aircraft. Windy aircraft. Way off center. Okay, manual braking. Retracting all the flaps.
Please remain until the aircraft has come to a complete stop.
Okay, I didn't see what the landing rate was at all. Okay, so let's throw off the landing lights, throw back on our taxi lights here. Strobing will now go off. That's all well and good. We've already retracted our flaps. Yep, we're good to just go for a taxi. This looks nothing like Cork Airport, really. Considering all the odds, it was a good 1-2-1. Nice. Okay. Yeah, look. I don't find it too hard to land. But look, I messed up at the beginning of the stream there, guys, so I do apologise. Should have paid more attention. But we're here now in Cork. We've landed. And I'll take that for another good landing for the VA. Okay, parking brakes are set. There we go. We'll take that. Not a bad little landing. Shame we can't watch it back. Okay, let's put the trucks back in place. There we have. That's a way of getting yourself back on the board. Nah, I won't get back on the board yet. Let's see what ACAR said. -121. Yeah, we'll take that. And we'll see if I do get myself back on that leaderboard. No. Man, there's a lot more fixing that I need to do to mine. Martin D had a good one, -74. Ross Farley 136 into Guernsey. Nice. He's clearly been taken over by an entity. No way he's pulling these rates off. It's just actually this aircraft. It's actually quite nice to land. The only thing I will say that I do really like about it, it is very, very, you know, it feels comfortable. Maybe it's pre-recorded, maybe. Hey, look, I overstressed and crashed at the beginning. Thank you for everyone hanging out. I know it's a bit longer than normal. Not many of you still here. But anyways, thank you all for hanging out. Curtis Hard, Richard, of course, Stephen Bradley, Hayden Taylor, Ross Faraday, Suburban Media, if you're still there, I don't know. Will James, and anyone else that's been there this evening. All the mods, members, everybody else. Thank you very much. Sorry it wasn't the best stream that I've ever done, but we landed. I think that's important. I will be taking tomorrow night off, guys. We will be back Friday, hopefully with a new train sim route. But we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, and hopefully in the near future I'll have some more news on these new liveries and stuff for you guys for the VA. Hopefully. We'll see. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you later. Bye for now.